John Donne was born in the family home, in London, in the year 1527, the exact date is unknown, but it is thought to be between January the 24th and June the 19th. John's father was John Donne, of Welsh descent. He was also a warden of the Ironmongers' Company, in the City of London. His mother was Elizabeth Hayward and her father was John Hayward, the playwright. She was also the great-niece of Thomas More, the Roman Catholic martyr. John was one of 6 children born to his parents. His father died when he was only 4 years old, leaving his mother to raise 6 children. Elizabeth would be fortunate enough to remarry a wealthy widower, Dr. John Syminges, who also had 3 children of his own. John himself would marry Anne More in 1601. Strictly against the wishes of her uncle and the Lord Keeper of the Great Seal, to which John was appointed chief secretary, and in whose home he also lived, York House, in the Strand. Anne's father, George More, Lieutenant of the Tower, was also very much against the marriage, but nonetheless, the couple married, and 12 children would be born of their union. Of the 12 children, 3 died, 2 as infants, and 1 daughter at 18 years. After 16 years, of a very happy marriage, his wife Anne died 5 days after giving birth to a stillborn child. John Donne's education was quite extensive, and of a very high quality. He attended Hart Hall, part of Oxford University, from 11 years of age. After his 3 years there, he moved on to the University of Cambridge, where again he studied for 3 years. Unfortunately, because of his recusancy as a Roman Catholic, he was not awarded the degrees he was entitled to, as he was unable to take the oath of supremacy all graduates are required to take. He then attended Thavies in legal school in London, one of the Inns of Chancery. Finally, he was admitted to Lincoln's Inn on May 6, 1592. A statute against sectarian dissent was issued by Queen Elizabeth I in 1593, and after her death, and King James I of Scotland ascended the throne, John was persuaded to be ordained into the Church of England by the King himself, and in 1615, he was awarded an honorary doctorate from Cambridge, and to become the royal chaplain. John Donne would have a varied career in several fields. After his extensive education he travelled Europe, fought beside the Earl of Essex, and Sir Walter Raleigh, at Cadiz, against the Spanish, on the Azores. On his return to England at the age of 25, he felt prepared for the diplomatic career he sought. In 1602, he was elected as a Member of Parliament, for Brackley. Although his marriage would see an end to his career in politics, it also landed him in Fleet Prison, until validity of the ceremony was proven. He then retired to the country, in Surrey, where he was able to barely support his family on a lawyer's income, and the assistance of Sir Francis Whalley, his wife's cousin, offering them a home to live in. He found his poetry writing a particular comfort after the loss of his wife, as an outlet for his grief. John Donne would be remembered most for his poetry. He would become considered the foremost representative of metaphysical poets. John's works are noted for the strong, sensual style, his sonnets and love poems, his religious material, Latin translations, epigrams and elegies, satires, songs, and sermons. In particular, one of his very last sermons, Death's Duel, given in February 1631, in the presence of King Charles I, at the Palace of Whitehall. In 1621, John Donne was appointed Dean of St. Paul's, a very well-paid position in the Church of England. He held this post for 10 years, right up until he died. It was in 1623, that John would experience a frightening illness that almost claimed his life, and it was during this period of convalescence that he wrote 2 particular pieces containing phrases that would become commonly used, "No man is an island," and "For whom the bell tolls." John Donne died on March 31, 1631. It is believed stomach cancer was to blame, though of course there is no proof. His body was laid to rest in the old St. Paul's Cathedral.